Hello guys, welcome. Today I'm going to be teaching you how you can make your own VPN. Now, you're going to need to download a few pieces of software first. One of them is FileZilla, which is an FTP client, links in the description. The other one is Putty, which is an SSH client, links in the description. Now, I'm not going to explain what they do or what they are in specific detail in this video. I'll leave that for another video. Now, what we're going to need to do, first of all, is we're going to need a VPS. I recommend using there.co.uk and using one of their VPSs. Now, once you've done that and you've got your login details, you'll normally get an email from your provider telling you your login details for the VPS. You're going to want to go ahead, open Putty, like this. You're going to want to input the IP address, port, leave it at 22 because it's SSH, and click open. And then that's going to bring up a window like this. Now I've already logged in, so all it will do is it will say username, which will be the username that you were sent, password, which will be the password that you sent. Now, this VPS will be disposed of after this tutorial, but for the purposes of this video, the password was something really random and I've changed it anyway. So this is Debian that I've installed on here. Specifically, it's Debian 8. So now what we're going to need to do is make sure that we have a program called wget. Debian tends to install it by default. So we're going to type wget, make sure that we have it, and as you can see, it throws out an error saying that there's a missing URL. That's fine, it means that we have wget, so I'm happy. If not, the command to install it would be apt get install wget, and just hit enter, and then that would be it. Now we're going to need to get access server. Now the reason why I'm doing this tutorial on the OpenVPN access server is because this is the simplest and easiest way for anybody to be able to get a VPN for themselves. However, it is limited to 2 users. You can increase that amount by getting a license. However, they are very expensive, and I will be doing a tutorial on OpenVPN in just the normal package without the access server, which will allow you to have multiple users. But I'll do that tutorial in the future, and for this one we're just going to use access server. So what you're going to want to do, hop on over to this website, which is OpenVPN's official website. I'll leave a link in the description, and because you're going to download the package that's familiar to your version of Linux, which of course mine's Debian, so I'm going to go to Debian, and mine's Debian 8 64-bit. So I'm going to copy that link address. I'm going to jump back over into, I'm going to close that, jump back over into Putty. I'm going to do wget, right click, which will paste in what I've copied. Press enter. So you can see it's successfully downloaded. I'm going to type ls, which will show that the file's there. And then what we're going to do, the command is different for different operating systems. For Debian, it's dpkg. I don't know what this is, so I'm just going to put it in. It's like the little line thing, and then I do tend to cheat. I just type the first couple of letters, so OP, and hit tab, and it should auto fill in. If you're using CentOS, the command is not dkpg, it's rpm space and then the little line and then the I again. So now what we're going to do is just hit enter. Oh, sorry, no, not dkpg, dpkg. So dpkg, there we go, and that is now going ahead and installing for us. This will not take long at all, so I'm not going to pause the video. I'm just going to leave it running, and it will be done within a matter of moments. And as you can see, that's already done. Now this is telling us exactly where to go. Now the one problem is I've noticed access server does not work very well with Chrome. However, I will show you here. So obviously it's going to show up a connection is not private because it asks you to use secure connection. This doesn't matter, you know, you just click proceed to unsafe. Now here it's going to ask for the username and the password. Now the username is OpenVPN. The password you need to set. So the command to do that is passwd space open VPN. So press enter. It's going to ask you for a new password. So just enter a password. You won't be able to see typing, but it is going in there, trust me. And just hit enter. The password's been set and been updated. So we're going to go back here. And we're going to enter our password. And we're going to agree. And as you can see, the server is currently turned on. The server name is the IP address. And everything looks as if it's working fine. So as you can see here, license for 2 users. If you click on info, you can get license keys. But again, they are very expensive. Now, there's a lot of usability here. There's a lot of things that you can change. You can see who's currently connected, etc., etc. I'm not going to go through these. I may do further in another video if you guys would like to. But what I am going to do here is I'm going to go back to the VPS. I'm going to copy this address. And I'm going to open that here. Now, we're going to log in with Open VPN and the password. Now, sometimes this is buggy, like really buggy. But apparently it's worked. Sometimes on Chrome, it won't show this up, it will just show a white gap. If so, just use another browser. So what we're going to do is we're going to click here, and we're going to download that. We're going to click it, run it. And what this is going to do is this is going to install OpenVPN Connect. OpenVPN have several different programs. OpenVPN GUI will not work for Access Server. You have to use the OpenVPN Connect. And once that's installed, you'll see it pop up down here to the right. So as you can see, it says disconnected. We're just going to right click it, and we're going to click connect to, and then the IP address. So the username is OpenVPN, and the password is the password that you set. And we're just going to click enter. Allow VPN connection, just click yes. And we just wait now, and we'll get a little pop-up down here. And as you can see, we're successfully connected to 77.80, which is the VPS. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to close off this tab, and I'm going to go and just do a quick Google search for my space IP. And what is my IP address? And as you can see, my IP address is now the IP address of the VPS, Hydro Communications, which is there. It says Romania, and that's because that is where their internet connection comes from with Voxility, but that's a long story. So now guys, you're connected to a VPN, and you can close down putty, which will make zero difference because that VPS will run 24/7, and you're now connected behind your very own VPN, and you're not going to be limited to your speed. I'll do a quick speed test for you guys here so that you can see the sort of speeds that I'm going to be getting. I'll just let this load up. Now, I have a 50 meg line from Virgin Media. I'm normally running around about 40 megabytes per second on speed test, that is. So we'll see what this shows up. My ping is usually around about 15 anyway, so it doesn't add much ping. And as you can see here, this is quite typical for my connection. It makes zero difference to my connection at all. It just makes it, actually, it doesn't really affect it at all. If anything, it just makes it a little bit less unstable. So as you can see here, my upload speed again, this is my usual upload speed, made zero difference. And this is simply because you're not sharing your VPN with several thousand other people. This is yours. Okay guys, that's all. So you guys now have a VPN that you're connected to, you're protected, and it was very, very simple, and it can be done for as little as £2.50 a month. It can probably be done for less. You don't need a VPS with stupid specs. You could probably do this off a VPS with 128 megabytes of RAM. Very little CPU power is needed, and not much bandwidth is needed. So yeah, that's it guys, and I hope this tutorial was helpful for you, and I hope that you guys will comment down below, like the video, yeah, Thanks guys, enjoy.